could you live on just $5 a day? That's less than a fancy coffee in most cities. I didn't think I could do it either, not with rising food prices, rent going up, and everything feeling more expensive after 2023. But one day, I saw a video online. A girl in New York tried it for a week and actually saved money. I thought, why not try this myself? So I gave myself a challenge: spend no more than $5 a day, every day for 30 days. No skipping meals. No cheating with freebies. I wanted to see if I could really do it and what I'd learn along the way. This wasn't just about saving money. It was about changing how I saw spending, food, time, and even comfort. And what happened surprised me. I didn't just survive. I saved money, felt better, and kind of changed my life. Why? Even try this. The financial reality check. Prices are going up everywhere. Rent is higher. Groceries cost more. Even small things like snacks or bus rides feel expensive now. After 2023, many people around the world started to feel like their money just wasn't enough. I had a full-time job, but I still felt broke at the end of each month. I wasn't wasting money on big things, just normal stuff like takeout, apps, and coffee. But it all added up. Most budgeting tips I saw online didn't work for me. They told me to stop buying avocado toast, but I wasn't buying any to begin with. So I decided to try something different. Instead of cutting one thing, I'd cut almost everything. Living on $5 a day sounded crazy, but maybe it could help me see where my money was really going. I didn't want to be cheap. I wanted to feel in control again. What counted towards $5? To make this challenge fair, I set some clear rules. Only daily spending counted toward the $5. That included food, drinks, local transport like buses or subways, and anything I bought just for fun. I didn't count rent, phone bills, or internet. Those were fixed costs I had to pay anyway. I also didn't use coupons, gift cards, or leftover food I already had. Every dollar had to be spent that day or saved for the next. No freebies, no skipping meals, no borrowing. Just $5 or less, every single day. That's what made it real. The strategy: how I plan to win at this. Living on $5 a day sounds impossible, but with a smart plan, it wasn't. First, I changed how I thought about money. I stopped asking, what can I buy? And started asking, what do I really need? That small shift helped a lot. Food was my biggest cost, so I started there. I made a weekly meal plan using cheap ingredients like oats, rice, eggs, potatoes, and lentils. I called it my pantry power list. I cooked everything at home. No takeout, no snacks from the store. I bought fresh vegetables in small amounts and used every piece. For protein, I found affordable options like tofu, canned beans, and even powdered milk. I learned to make a simple meat substitute from flour and spices. It was actually good. Transport was next. Instead of paying for buses or trains, I found a used folding bike online for $20. I used it every day or I walked. I got more exercise and saved money too. I also found apps like Too Good To Go and Olio that helped me get leftover food from stores and neighbors, all free or super cheap. I joined local Facebook groups for food swaps and free events. Sometimes I traded skills. I helped a neighbor with her resume, and she gave me a bag of groceries. Planning, creativity, and community helped me win this challenge. I wasn't just saving money. I was building habits I could actually keep. The highlights and lowlights. Some days were fun. Others were tough. Here are 5 moments that stood out the most during my $5 a day challenge. Day 2, coffee crash. I love coffee. On day 2, I ran out of the good stuff. Buying a latte was out of the question, so I reused old coffee grounds and made cold brew. It tasted weird, but it worked. I learned that I wasn't addicted to coffee. I was addicted to the habit of buying it. Day 5, the long walk. To save money on the subway, I walked over 10 miles that day. My legs hurt, but I saw parts of the city I'd never noticed before. At a farmer's market near closing time, I found fresh carrots and bananas marked down to $1 total. A small win, but it felt huge. Day 9, trash turned treasure. I joined a free community workshop on food rescue. We learned how stores throw away food that's still good. After the class, we helped collect items from a local bakery. I got bruised apples, soft bread, and a half dozen eggs, all free. It felt good to stop waste and save money. Day 13, dinner party magic. I invited 2 friends over for a $1 dinner party. I made pasta with garlic oil and herbs from my neighbor's garden. We had popcorn for dessert. It was simple, cheap, and honestly more fun than eating out. Day 15, a mental shift. By now, I wasn't just spending less. I felt different. I was calmer, more focused, and even a little proud. I wasn't chasing comfort through spending. I was creating it myself. I thought this challenge would just save me money, but it also changed how I think. At first, spending less felt hard. I missed the little things, coffee, snacks, random online shopping. But after a few days, I didn't miss them as much. I felt more clear-headed. I was less distracted. I learned that our brains love quick rewards. Buying things gives us a short burst of happiness, but it fades fast. During this challenge, I started getting that same feeling from small wins, like cooking a $1 meal that tasted great or walking instead of paying for the bus. I also had fewer choices each day, which made life easier. I wasn't wasting time scrolling through delivery apps or shopping online. This is called decision fatigue. Spending less gave my brain a break. I talked to people more, too. I asked neighbors for help, shared food, and even traded skills. That made me feel more connected and less stressed. The biggest surprise? I didn't feel poor. I felt powerful. I was making smart choices, not just cutting costs. Spending less didn't mean having less. It meant living with purpose. The role of digital minimalism. During this challenge, I didn't just spend less money, I also spent less time online. I noticed that most of my spending started on my phone. Ads, shopping apps, and emails made me want to buy things I didn't need. So, I turned off notifications, deleted shopping apps, and unsubscribed from marketing emails. Instead of scrolling on my phone, I read books, went for walks, or called friends. This helped me feel calmer and more focused. By spending less time online, I stopped comparing my life to others. I didn't feel the pressure to keep up or buy the latest thing. That saved me money and stress. This is called digital minimalism, using tech with purpose. It helped me spend smarter and live better. I didn't need to quit the internet. I just had to be more mindful with it. And honestly, I didn't miss it. Where I saved money and didn't expect to. I expected to save money on food. But I was surprised by how many other areas I saved in too. First, I stopped buying snacks, coffee, and takeout. That alone saved me about $150 in 1 month. Cooking at home was much cheaper and healthier. I used less electricity. I cooked in batches, used one light at night, and spent more time outside walking or biking. My power bill dropped without me even trying. I also didn't shop for clothes or random stuff online. I realized most of it was out of boredom, not need. Another big change. I stopped using delivery apps. No delivery fees, no tipping, no bad habits. Even things like skincare and hair products lasted longer because I used them more mindfully. All those little savings added up. I didn't just cut spending, I learned to use what I already had. This challenge didn't just help me save money, it changed how I live. I used to spend without thinking. Now, I question every purchase. Do I really need this? Most of the time, the answer is no. I started new habits I still follow today. I cook more, waste less, and have no spend days each week. I even track my spending for fun now, not because I have to, but because it feels good to stay in control. I'm not scared of being broke anymore. I know how to live with less and still be okay. That makes me feel strong. I also spend more time with people, not things. Sharing meals, helping neighbors, and being creative has made me feel richer than ever. People around the world are looking for ways to spend less and live better. Many are tired of the pressure to always buy more or show off online. Living simply is becoming cool again. Young people want freedom, not just stuff. They want less stress and more meaning. That's why this challenge matters now. It shows that with a little creativity, you can take back control and still enjoy life. You don't need to live on $5 a day forever. That's not the point. But doing it, even for a week, can teach you a lot. You learn where your money goes, what you really need, and how strong you can be with less. Because true wealth isn't about having more. It's about needing less and still being happy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.